gosh, you guys, I am so excited. So we are doing a special live StreamYard today in celebration of hitting 20,000 members yesterday. You guys, like 20,000. I mean, unbelievable. And when we hit the 20,000, I was like, I want to do something special for that. But, you know, it happened so fast. I think we're getting like 300 members every 3 days right now. It's like absolutely crazy. And so I was like, so I messaged Stephanie Hudson yesterday, and I was like, girl, would you come in and celebrate with me? And she was like, yes. And she's the poor thing, she's at a B&B right now on the road, and she's coming in from her vacation to say hi to everybody. So I'm super excited. You guys know I'm a huge Afterlife fan. And also I've got 2 mods on that are amazing ladies, and they're also huge Stephanie Hudson fans, Marie Jones and Katie Conquest. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull them in, and then we're gonna pull in Stephanie. Here comes Marie. Hi, Marie.
Hi. Hey.
Here comes Katie. Hi, Katie. Okay, you guys, are you so excited like I am? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, all right, here she comes. Yeah. Oh, and I should say that because she's in a hotel, she's having, you know, there's a little bit of a lag at times. So you just guys, you just have to bear with us. And then also in the comments, let me say this real quick too before we pull her in. Hi, whoever said hi, Rebecca Dixon. When you're watching it, there's a way that you can put your name. I don't know. Ooh, someone's making some, oh, that's Katie moving around, I think.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So there's a way you can put your name. So we just see Facebook user. We see hi, Rebecca Dixon, Facebook user. We see hi, ladies, Facebook user. So if you didn't put your name to watch it, then just let us know who you are in the comments, because we don't know who we're talking to, and we like to, know who we're talking to if we can. But that's okay if not. All right. So just to let you know, and here we go. Here she comes.
Hi. Hey.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. So you are on the road right now, right? At a B&B.
Yeah. I'm in a place called Winchester. Can you hear me? Oh my God. Can you hear me?
I can.
We can hear you. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. I was about to freak out. Yeah. I'm in a place called Winchester at the minute, and yeah, which is fun. So, yeah, I've not got the best signal, so I do apologize to everybody if I sound a bit weird or if I freeze in a really unfortunate face.
That's okay, girl.
So,
we'll work around you. We will work around you. Yay!
Oh, good.
Well,
good.
Yeah. So when I was thinking about asking you on, not even thinking, like I thought it, and then I was like messaging. I wanted to bring you on here in particular because I think everybody in the group knows, like, my favorite series of all time is Afterlife. I love it. And check it out. Check it out, you guys. Check it out.
Oh, there it is.
I'm so lucky. Yeah. So it's my favorite series of all time. We know that. And in the beginning, when I had, we just hit 20K yesterday. In the beginning, when I opened the group, it used to be just, I think some of you guys know this already, but I'm just going to say it one more time for the people that don't. I just had only 15 of my friends in the group. And I opened it back like August 3rd to make it like a proper book lover group and be all about positivity. And I made some, rules that are very pro-author, whatever. But I messaged Stephanie Hudson. She had never met me before. She had no idea who I was. And I messaged her, and I only had 47 people in the group at the time. And I said, Stephanie, would you mind if I did a post in your group talking about my book lover group? We're really pro-positive. It's this big, and most people won't let you do that. But Stephanie was like, girl, yes, do your post now and I'll approve it right now. And I was like, really? And within a day, I had 200 people from Stephanie Hudson's group. And it was like, I am so grateful to you, Steph, because you really helped it all start. It just takes that one person to help you out to get it going. Oh. And you were that for me. So I don't know if you know that, but you were.
Well, that's really sweet. I mean, yeah, I know myself because I started my group years ago. Yeah, every bit counts. And the thing is, what I do love about your group it is just so positive. And you had the same ethos that I did, you know, because in my group, it's just, we don't really let like a lot of negative kind of energy get in there. You know, it's all about being positive and everything like that. And the one thing that I know, everybody has a lot of opinions about, you know, who characters who they think represent who, and how, what, you know, their favorite characters are, and their favorite actors who they think are like the characters, and so forth. And you know, the one thing that I didn't really, the one thing about that, about having a lot of kind of opinions, is you've always got somebody who is going to be against those opinions, or is going to be negative against those opinions. But the one thing that I always say to people is the best thing about books, the beauty about books over film and everything else, is that they're personal to every single reader. Like whatever, you know, Draven for you, for me, for absolutely everybody. And, you know, that is what I love. And that is something that I think needs to be, you know, celebrated, rather than just being, you know, made into a negative thing. So yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. Anyway, yeah.
No, it's good. It's fine. We love listening to you. We love it. If you guys don't know, Stephanie has great lives she does in her group, and she does it in other book lover groups. She's done one in ours. You can actually search for it and see the live. I have it posted in the group. I actually have it posted on our YouTube channel too as well, so you can watch it there.
My favorite one.
Yeah, you're right. The drunken, yes, that we saw that one. Was that the one where Blake got handsy in it? I think it was.
Unfortunately, I hate to say this, there's been too many of them. I mean, I just watched recently, and that was not my finest moment. What, like?
Oh, it was.
It was just, yeah.
You're like, why did she bring that up today on this live? Because it's funny. And we just love you. You know.
No,
you really have.
I think anybody who met me kind of knows I don't have a professional bone in my body, and I like, the thing is, it does make me laugh, because you know, there's some people that you and they put on this very professional kind of veil, and you know, I just can't do that. Like I recently I was asked to be a guest speaker, which is always a dangerous thing. Kind of like playing roulette for these people, and they don't realize. But anyway, I was asked to be a guest speaker on this panel of authors in Madrid, and you know, and it started at the other end, thankfully, and every person like just was so professional. Like, I have done this, and I have written for this, and I have done this in the university, and I have done this, and everything like this. And then obviously it got to me, you know. And I kind of just went, okay, I'm the underdog. I'm a dyslexic waitress playing this game. And that was it. I was just like, okay, well, this is different. So yeah, but that's it. There's no airs and graces, and what you see is what you get with me. And that's, yeah. And that includes cocktails and camping and the whole shebang, really.
All the finer things in life.
Yeah,
you know, I love that about you. You're so down to earth, and I couldn't believe when I messaged you that you responded. And then I was like, you know, I didn't want to be, I don't know, I probably came across as a weirdo, but like I told you my whole life story. I don't know if you remember. I was like, I'm in Florida. I'm on an island. I used to work at the Space Center. I used to work on the space shuttle program. I'm a software engineer. I'm a normal person. I do these holiday displays. And you're just like, I'm assuming anyways. But
I think the thing is, for me, and it's always been the same, like, I love people. I love any chance to chat to people, to meet people. I love doing sign-ins for that. So I'm not one of these kind of closet authors that just, you know, really just try and steer away from that. I've always been, you know, I've always been like that. When I was little, my parents owned a shop, like a news agent. They, you know, I don't know if you call them a news agent over in the States.
No.
But yeah, a news agent here is, it's really weird, but it's basically like a corner shop that sells newspapers and sweets and candy and And anyway, so I pretty much lived a childhood dream where I grew up in a video rental store and a sweet shop, which is any kid's dream. But my dad used to stand me on top of this box when it was busy. And I would literally, my job was to say, move along the bus. Like that was my only job, and to look for people stealing candy. So yeah, I've just, ever since then, you know, I've always kind of just, I didn't really mind being that weird person on top of a box shouting those things. And I haven't really changed much since. So thanks for that, Dad. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, and you guys, no, it's cool. And you guys have the best chocolate in England. At least I think so. I mean, maybe Switzerland has some good chocolate too, but you guys.
You know what? I hate this. I mean, I love the States, but I have to agree.
Yeah.
We
the
do
chocolate is
best chocolate. It's just
it's like nice and creamy.
Oh my God.
So
have you tried Galaxy chocolate?
Galaxy.
Yes, I have some. Calvin just got back from England last week, and he brought me a whole bunch. And he brought me a Cadbury's that has like jelly beans in it and Pop Rocks. I don't know what it's amazing. It's like an explosion in your mouth.
Oh yeah, that's the Dairy Milk Marvelous Creation.
Marvelous.
That sounded so bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like, I know myself.
Yes, you know what I mean. That one. That's a good one.
Marie has a pretty dirty mind. I'm just gonna say she's Miss Steam Lover. She's the one that will send me a message and she'll be like, "This is what I want to post. Is it okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you need to scratch out the U and FUCK, and you need to write this." But yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say about your, no, it's okay. It's just, I know there's an overlap. I was going to say about your and I'm not trying to like steamroll here. I'm so excited. I was going to say about your Facebook group, for anyone who's watching, seriously join her Facebook group. And I'm not just saying this because I'm an Afterlife fan and I'm a Stephanie Hudson fan. She has such a fun Facebook group. If you want to see some really good man candy, you're going to get a lot of really good man candy. Yes. You go to the photos and everybody's got an opinion of what Draven looks like, what Lucius looks like, what Jared looks like. There's Jason Momoa all over the group. Like, it's great. I love it. It's a lot of fun.
It's a Jason Momoa fun fest.
It's a fun group. It really is. I mean, it is. It's like, I remember years ago, I could be involved a lot more. You know, I could be able to like the post and everything, but literally if I don't go on my phone for like an hour or two, there is so many posts that have I've just missed, because I'm very lucky in the fact that I have a team of people who be able to approve posts and stuff like that. So yeah, I always feel bad because, and I remember Blake saying to me years ago, because I was, you know, always on Facebook and I was doing everything by myself and this, that, and the other. And he was like, you know, there's going to get to a point where you won't be able to, you know, comment on everybody's comment and like everybody's post of this. And I was like, no, I'd never do that. And now it's like, you know, 100 posts, 200 posts, and I'm like, yeah, I can't keep up. But,
I mean, how many do you guys, I know, and you have an amazing team. Claire and Libby are amazing. How many posts do you get that you guys have to approve at a time? Because I think you guys do it like a couple times a day or something when you do like a approving of all your posts, right?
Yeah, there's always somebody on there. There's always somebody on there, and we try not to.
It's like 50 or 100 or something. It's crazy, right? Like it's a lot.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's so active. I think that's really nice about it. Is it's just it is really, really active.
It is.
But yeah, so we have loads of people who, you know, can approve the post, but we don't tend to approve posts that are duplicated. So, you know, so people aren't seeing the same thing over and over again. So yeah, not that there's wrong with a lot of eye candy, multiple eye candies. So it's really good. It is really good. The fans are just awesome, and you know, it's weird because I still like just pinch myself over it that people, you know, are so active in there, and yeah, it's just great. It's great.
Yeah, it's a great.
That's
it's
awesome.
a great.
Yeah. And so like Katie and Marie, how long have you been Stephanie Hudson fans? Because I know you guys are as diehard as I am, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, I think I discovered Stephanie about a year ago because I came over to your group, Becca, from Stephanie's group. And I found Transfusion first, but I didn't actually see that on Amazon or anything. I found it on one of them random Facebook ads. And I was like, oh, that looks interesting. I'll have a look at that. And that was it. Sucked in, bought all the books, and yeah, here we are. So yeah, amazing.
Wow. So you're one of the ones that read Transfusion before Afterlife.
Yes, I was, yeah.
See, Beck told me it was the first one Beck told me to read.
Sorry, Marie.
It was the first one you told me to read. It was the first one you recommended when we first became friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finished that, and then I'm like, I need more of this. And so then I went through Transfusion, and I'm like, every day I'm like texting Beck. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I have a funny. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying so. It's been since then.
Okay. I was gonna say I have a funny story. You don't know this, Stephanie, but like so before I opened this group up, and I saw a Facebook ad, and it was Transfusion, and I started it, and I got like maybe 2 pages into it, and there was like all the archaeological, because she's like a I don't know what's the word, archaeologist, right? All that stuff going on, and at the time I was in the mood for like hot alpha males, smut. I knew nothing about you. I knew nothing about the series. I just started reading it the first couple pages, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't really want to read about archaeology. And so I stopped it, and then I found Afterlife, not knowing they were connected. And I started reading Afterlife, fell mad in love with Afterlife, and then when I met Lucius, I'm like, I need to read his series. And when I picked it up the day and I read the first book of Transfusion, I was like, holy crap, this is that archaeology book. Like I had it was the weirdest, it was the funniest thing. And then of course, I should have just hung on for like 5 pages because it went straight into that, but I just didn't hang on long enough. I thought it was the funniest thing. So I almost was you, Katie. I almost read Transfusion first.
Transfusion first, then I had to go back and go through the pain of Kira and Lucius.
Yeah,
but no, I was sucked in. So I made my mum buy them all for me for like Christmas and stuff. I made her sort of buy all like part of it, and she's like, "What's wrong with you? I must read the books. Hurry up!"
Oh, bless you. So can I ask?
I love
his favorite male character.
That's such a hard question.
Even in your wait, no, I know this. Who's our favorite male character in your series? Like all of your series? Oh.
I can't pick anymore.
No,
what?
Me neither.
No, okay, don't get me wrong. I love Luz, but I mean, he's the cutest little thing. Not little, but,
Have you read Pip and Adam's
Yes.
book?
Yes.
Yes.
You like it?
You just read those two, right?
Finished. Yeah, I just finished.
They're amazing.
I started going through all of yours, and I'm like, all right, I've gone through this author. I got to go back to Stephanie's. We got to finish hers, and so I started Pip's and finished. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's my Pip. This is where Adam is. I loved it.
Yeah.
Well, you're so Pipster yourself. You're totally a Pipster. Marie.
Yeah. I'm like, if I were a green haired, that would be me. I love her.
In
Pippeteer. I gotta. All right.
Oh, I love it.
You sent that to me, Stephanie, or Claire or Libby did, but I got it regardless.
There you are. Having a bit of trouble there.
Are you back? Oh, we lost Katie. She'll come back. Well, can you hear me, Stephanie? Oh, she's having.
Yeah, she's having.
Maria,
too.
Yeah.
I still have.
Katie's back. Let me get Katie back.
I'm trying to keep an eye on the
I pressed the wrong button.
Comments.
I pressed.
Oops, I can put you back in. Steph is she is frozen. I know, she's in that bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
Maybe let me pull her out and pull her back in. Maybe that'll work. I'll see when she starts moving around. Let me try again. I think she's still frozen. It's a bummer. You know what it's like, right? With the hotel,
And she's in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's out in the middle of nowhere. You know, hotels don't have very high.
There you are.
Can anybody hear me?
But yeah, we got you back.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
An eye on
Let's
the
see that.
live comments.
Let's see the tattoo, girl. Let's see that.
My tattoo.
Wow.
That's the a lie. Well, that's the paragraph in the book about scars in the second book. Just mind the bingo wings. I'm working on it. And then this was there before, so obviously we all know what that is if you've read the Quatamu. But yeah, so it's all done with dots.
Nice.
I don't know if anybody can see that. Sorry.
Very cool.
My hair.
Oh, are you back? Well, we're getting people comment. Oh, it's paused.
There we go. I can't see anybody's comments. I don't know.
I'm
why.
keeping an eye on the live in the comments.
I apologize.
If you
You
click
should-
on those comments,
No.
you should see them there.
No, it's okay.
I don't.
We got you.
I'm gone again. There we go.
We got you, girl. We got you with the comments. We can see them. It's on the far right, but I don't know why. You must be. I don't know. But you're getting people respond about who their favorite guys are. We've got a Lucius.
Draven and Lush.
Is that Draven?
It's the two of them together, Draven and Lush.
Oh, Draven and
Yes.
Lush. God. I tell you, sometimes, man, it's just not all there. Okay, Draven and Lucius, Jared, or Caden. Girl, whoever that is, I'm reading about Caden right now. I was reading him earlier today. I'm like 80. Sorry?
Fiona.
Who's it?
She's the one who had Caden.
Oh, Fiona. Okay, yeah, I'm like 86% in. I'm almost done with it. I'll be finishing it tonight. So I'm loving Caden. He's great. Super. You have a way with alpha holes, Stephanie.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I mean, one of my favorite
this is a bummer.
to write recently was I just like, but yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was about him, but I wrote that book in 4 days. Yeah. And I was just obsessed. And that whole book started in my head from that scene, Mambo number 5.
Oh, that scene had me in stitches.
And that's so funny when she's singing that to him when he's looking for her name. That is so funny.
The whole story was built from that scene.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah, it started. That was the dream, because it usually starts with the dream, and in that one, that's the dream sequence. So in Afterlife, the dream sequence that I had that fueled the whole series, randomly, was I had a dream of so you know where she gets the phone call from oh my god, it's so bad when you can't remember your character's name.
No, it's
basically,
she gets a phone
oh
call.
my god, what's his name? The guy in the first book who
in
the baddie
Afterlife, Ward Siren. Which
Yeah.
first book?
in Afterlife.
Afterlife.
Yeah. What was his
When
name?
she gets a phone call. When Kira gets a phone call.
Yeah, Margaret.
Oh, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I feel like I should know this. Yeah, the bad
Malthus?
guy.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Yeah.
Malthus?
He's,
It's Malthus.
No, not Mal.
Oh my
no,
God.
no, not Malthus.
Not that one.
Not Malthus. No. The guy who stalks her.
Oh yeah.
Morgan? No.
Oh, before she comes to America, that dude, the one that was involved with her.
Oh.
Okay. With her scars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying not to give a spoiler.
God.
I did not remember.
What is his name?
Someone put Gaston.
Really
It's not
embarrassing.
Gaston, is it? Someone say Morgan, the kidnapper.
It is Morgan, isn't it?
Oh,
Morgan. Yeah.
who's-
Please tell me it's Morgan.
someone said Blake
Anyway.
Hudson, a Viking.
Yeah, Morgan.
Yeah. Anyway, when that guy
Anyways.
that I should have known his name rings her. To be fair, in my dream, he didn't have a name, so we're just going to roll with that one. Oh, we've lost Rebecca. Oh, here we go.
I'm here.
Sorry.
I just had my
Okay.
puppy was smoking hot on my lap, and he was like overheating, so I had to go set him down so he can cool off. Sorry, go ahead. I'm here. Oh no, she's paused now.
But now
what
she
are the
lagged.
chances, right? Yeah. It's like, oh my goodness.
Okay, so if you guys see me looking down, I'm trying to keep up with the live and the comments in case we get questions.
Thank you.
So I'm not ignoring.
What was the deal with? Oh, Samael the demon. Oh, Samael's the demon. Yeah, but that's not the dude she's looking for.
I think it was more.
Someone knows this. He's watching.
Morgan
Someone knows this
also.
guy's name. Someone's
Libby
crying.
says
That's funny.
Libby says.
Who does
it's
Libby
Morgan.
say it is?
Morgan.
Really? The I don't want to spoil it, but the one that's involved with the whole scar thing.
I know. Yeah, when he in the beginning. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, they keep saying Morgan. Morgan.
Everybody's saying Morgan.
What's up with this Blake Hudson's a Viking comment?
Well, it's because Blake commented and said that he heard the character Blake in her next book is super hot.
Oh, Blake is watching. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, Blake. Oh my God, that's hysterical. Blake Hudson a Viking.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that was Fiona's comment.
Okay.
To that.
All right, let's see here. Someone's crying. Me too. Okay, all right. Well, I can say while we're waiting for her to come back on, are there any new series in the horizon? Well, she'll answer that, but like I think she always has a new series in the horizon. Like she has. If you go to her, sorry, Marie, what were you saying?
I was agreeing with you. Yes,
okay.
Always
If you go to her Facebook group, and I think, and if Libby or Claire's watching this, or maybe Blake, they can say, I think you search reading order, and when you do that, you'll see a post, and it's got all of the series that she's planning. There's a lot. Like last time I checked it, there was like 70 books that she's going to do. It's been a while though since I looked, but it's really cool. I mean, she's like, we all know, right? Like she's like branched off into all, different spinoffs from Afterlife. Afterlife is the original.
Yeah.
So, well, what about you guys? While we're waiting for her to come back on, what about you guys? What is your favorite series of Steph's, of all the different ones she has?
My transfusion.
Yeah,
it's all the victim. I'm like, this is my series. I can laugh at all of this.
Yeah, it's all the Star Trek references, right?
Yeah. It's every geek thing. It's all of it.
Yeah, she's pretty geeky, but she's also like really kick-ass too. She's I feel like all of you guys have to let me know if you think the same. Like all of the FMCs get stronger and stronger with each series. Like I think they get more, stronger women as the series go on. So I don't know, that's just my impression. So how about you, Katie?
I think for me it was transfusion because that's what I found first and that's what sucked me in. But Afterlife is very, 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 very close seconds. And once I started reading that and I saw where it all came from, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like the writing she just does is incredible. I don't know how she gets it all in there and then gets it all out again. So it's she's amazing.
Because there's definitely a major plot line that's thread through all the books.
But I'm reading
she's put a lot of thought.
Like reading it first, and I was like, well, what about this and what about that? And then I went back and found Afterlife, and that answered all of the questions. I was like, oh. So sort of seeing how it all stemmed was amazing. And I think I kind of enjoyed it even the second time round after I read Afterlife, because it filled in a lot of gaps. So Transfusion for me, 100%, because it was the first series I came across, but Afterlife is definitely a close.
I really love Hellbeast too, though.
Yes, Hellbeast is amazing.
So good. You're back.
Hey,
I do. I do love Hellbeast. I feel like, are you back, Steph? She was there, and then she's frozen.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I have. And it's still not any better. Does anybody hear me?
No, all we heard was I have.
We heard some.
I wonder if did you try to go on a different internet? Like, did you try to hotspot to your phone or something? Maybe your phone provider is faster than the hotel internet. Blake is probably thinking about all that right now, I imagine.
Sorry. I heard phone and internet.
Well, are you on just the Wi-Fi at the hotel, or have you tried to hotspot from your cell phone to your... Well, wait, are you on your cell phone? You might be on your cell phone, right? Yeah, she is. So what I'm saying makes no sense.
No. I'm having really bad internet.
Yeah, like like if you're on your computer, right? You can instead of using the Wi-Fi around you, you can go to your phone and you can turn on the hotspot feature. You know that, like everyone knows that, right?
I've got that on.
Personal hotspot. And then once you do that, then you can join. So, but if she's already on her phone, then she just needs to turn her Wi-Fi off, which I'm sure she's probably tried. So it sounds like she's just
bad internet.
Yeah, we can hear you better than we can see you.
Oh, can you?
You've been on the Wi-Fi, yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
To be fair. Yeah, my internet's really, really bad. I keep going in and out, and you're drinking my Rio. Sorry. I bet you everybody
where's
that.
Yeah, we did. Where's your wine? You always have girl. I got my sangria. Where's your wine?
All right, I don't. Right? Can I show them that can that you're drinking? And so this is my favorite drink of all time. It's a soft drink, but this is the best drink ever. It's called Rio, and it's just and usually. Yeah, it might have gone mirrored or something. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, and you can usually only get them in fish and chip shops in the UK. It's really random. But I found one, and he's started drinking it, and I'm really angry. So anyway.
Kate says we need to all take a shot every time one of us or Stephanie freezes.
I saw that.
Oh my god!
We would be dead.
You guys would be hammered.
Yes, we did. That's great. That's great. Well, I went to. Let me show you guys what I did. I went to Carrabba's before, and I got. Do you guys know? So, Steph, have you been to Carrabba's in the States before? Have you eaten?
No.
There or okay, it's an Italian restaurant. It's a chain over here, but they just started doing where you can do to go sangria. So
no way.
I went. Let me show you guys. Yeah. So I went and
he got the box.
Check it out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so good.
That's the stuff. Love it.
I know. It's good. Sangria is my beverage of choice. So not good for you, but doesn't matter. I
love sangria in Spain, but my favorite drink in Spain when I'm there is a drink called Tinto Brano. And it means summer wine, and it is basically red wine or house red, where it's like the local wine, and it's mixed with something called casera, and casera is like this cloudy kind of lemon drink. It's a really weird drink anyway, but that's my favorite thing, and that I usually drink. And it's just, and the thing is, when you live in Spain, is everybody drinks during the day as well. It's
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's like all day drinking type thing. So
I was about to say, because it's probably like at night too, all right? So it's like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
And the thing is with the Spanish is like you can be 2 o'clock in a bar and the kids are still running around. It's very family, and there isn't an awful lot of places that don't let kids in until the place closes. So but that's probably why they all sleep for a few hours during the day, because they're like up early and bed late.
And you just moved back to the UK though, right? Back to England. Right?
We're back in the UK. Just I think until at the end of October, and then we're back in Spain. For good then. So, but I'll still always be coming back to England probably once a month for like a weekend, so I can sign books and do stuff here. So yeah. So that'll be good.
Yeah, and then you're coming my way in October.
Yes. Yeah, I can't wait. So it's in September. I'm coming to you.
Oh no, September. Yeah. September 10th, I think. Right? And that was
that's right.
Yeah.
I think. Oh my God, I'm so bad with dates. I feel like I should know all of these
okay.
dates, and I just don't. I'm really good at doing what I'm told. Stephanie, you have to be here at such a time, at such a date, and then I have a reminder of that such a time, such a date, and I usually just turn up and do what I'm told. And so I can follow instruction really well.
That's good.
And because the way that I look at it, and anybody that knows me will totally agree with this, I say that I save all of my brain power for writing, and then I don't have much left over for anything else. So I sound like the stupidest author in the world a lot of the time, because I'm like, oh,
no, you don't.
I've got to do that. Oh, I've got to do that. So I sound very scatty all the time. But like I said, it's just because my head is filled with afterlife and nothing else. That's pretty much it.
Libby just wrote it. September 10th is Orlando. September 17th, Dallas. September 24th, Vegas.
Yeah, she's
and
a good
Blake
girl.
says she's never good at being told. I can confirm.
What did he just say?
She's never good at being told. I can confirm.
She's never
seriously.
good at being told. I can confirm.
He's trying to be sneaky, but I'm on the live watching the comments. So
honestly, he's a liability. He will dob me in at any opportunity. He really will. Like, seriously. He loves to embarrass me. He loves to try and embarrass me. Like, if we're like, if I've got my phone and say we're out for a meal, and I'm looking at my phone or I'm doing something on my phone, and it's just and he knows they're about to come and take our food order, he will send me rude pictures just to throw me off, so that when I have to do this order, I now have rude pictures going in my head, and I'm actually blushing, and I'm snorting and stuff. But he does things like that all the time. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's a nightmare. But he loves to tease me, so yeah. But what was I saying before?
And you guys are.
I can't remember.
Okay, hang on. Blake says to tell us, Stephanie, about Potter's Heron Hotel.
Oh my God, that man is gonna get a beating. No. No, I will not be saying that on live. Thank you very much. Never. So yeah, there we go. Is the answer to that.
Everybody's proud of himself, laughing.
Yeah. He won't come out that door, I bet. He's gone and hid in the bedroom for a reason, so that he can say that. Yeah, no.
Oh, so funny.
No.
So you guys are riding a motorcycle across the country, right?
Yes. I am probably gonna, by the time I get to Vegas, I probably will look like I've lost my donkey. I'll be walking like John Wayne, I think. But yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm sure you realize it's a very big country. Like, Florida to Texas is a long way. Texas never ends. You drive through Texas and you're like, I'm never going to get out of the state. Like, it goes on forever.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
you might be walking a little funny.
I think I will. Like I said, I think I'll be sat for most of the signing in Vegas and never move until nobody else is around, because otherwise, like I said, I'm going to be walking like a gunslinger, I think.
Or they'll be giving Blake a high five.
Sorry?
Or they'll be giving Blake a high five when they see you walk. One of the two.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yeah. Can you imagine? He'll be stood there like walking behind me going, yeah, doing this little like kind of swagger, and I'll be there like, ow, my ass hurts, but not for that reason.
Well, that's a heck of a, because you're going from Orlando to Dallas and from Dallas to Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
For the signings.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. And then later in the year, we have also, although I'm not sure I can say this because I don't think we've announced it yet. Oh shit, I can't say it. No, sorry, my bad. Watch this space, everybody. See, this is why I'm a liability, honestly. I am such a liability. Like I'm not supposed to say things, and then I'll just come out and say them, and then everybody else around me is like, no, oh my God. And I'm like, stop it. Yeah, I'm really, really bad. I can't keep a secret to save my life. I can keep other people's secrets, but I just can't keep my own secrets. That's the problem. And I it's like verbal diarrhea. I just say things that I know I shouldn't because they're there, and I know I shouldn't, which makes me want to say them all the more. So yeah, I'm terrible. Anyway.
Well, we're going to move on. We're just moving on. That's my thing. Like when I do these lives and I say stuff, I'm just like, okay, I'm just moving on. I'm moving on. We're just going to go. I mean, we did an author spotlight the other night. I don't know if you know. You probably don't know that we're doing these, Stephanie, but we do. Like when authors want to be on an author spotlight, we pick 3 people from the group, and then we give them like 5 to 7 minutes per author on the StreamYard here, and they get to talk about their books and their promotions, and it's kind of a way to introduce themselves to the group. It's just a really cool thing. Well, we had an author on there, Sonia. I'm going to call her out, Sonia Hartle, and she made a comment. I'm dying. Do you guys remember it? Marie, did you see the comment, or Katie, did you see the comment that she made during the live?
Yeah.
About her Steam books and how they're one-handed books.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
One-handed
and then I just said it live too. Oh my God, I was dying. I was in tears. It was so freaking funny, you know. And I was like, okay, we're moving on. We're moving on. So yeah, you just don't, you know, you need like one of those like blip things, right? Like bleep, you know, and go past it. But you never know what's going to happen on the live. You never know.
No, that's true. I've had one of the nicest things, I think, one of the nicest compliments. I've had husbands coming up to me, like in sign-ins and stuff, thanking me, and for obvious reasons. And it's just like, I've got a lot to thank you for, and I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm like, but I think one of the nicest emails I got was from a couple in the 70s, and they go to bed and then they read Afterlife together, and then after they put their books down, and then they talk about the book. Okay, right, and apparently their sex life has never been better, and I'm like, oh, okay, thanks, that's great.
That's marriage counseling DIY.
Sorry,
it's like marriage counseling DIY.
Yeah. I kind
of read together and then practice.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say I had a hand in it then, but that sounds wrong. That's not what we're talking about. I'm like, no, my hands were well away. There was no touching.
But your books need to be read one-handed also.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh my God.
I take that as a compliment. You know.
It was so there's not like whatever, you know, that like okay, but for people to tell you, that's the funny thing to me, like, oh, we really enjoy your book, we had special time after we read it.
You know, I mean, it's great. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, my parents read this, but then again, I'm kind of used to this because my parents are a little bit like, if you've ever seen the movie Meet the Fockers, my parents would be the Fockers. So, you know, there's that, like, I'm kind of used to, you know, that kind of, what's that? You know, that line that people don't generally cross?
Yeah.
For my parents, there was no line. So it was like, I'm used to there not being a line. And so, people telling me things like that, I just take as a compliment. It's a bit weird when people ask about me and Blake's sex life that I've never met. And like, I think they're intrigued, especially when me and Blake brought out Devil in Me together. I think they were really intrigued. And a lot of people were and I'd be getting messages like asking if we'd, recreated the scenes and stuff like that. And I'd be like,
oh my God.
Okay, yeah, again,
That's
there's
awkward.
a line, and I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Blake says it's your superpower. People telling you stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really strange. It's really, really strange. I don't know why, but people just tell me things. I don't know why. I think it's nice.
I do. I know why. You're super approachable. You're very, very, very approachable.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I think it might be the dimples. I'm not sure. They might be the source of my power. I'm not entirely sure. I think if people see dimples, maybe they think, friendly, smiley, friendly face. I don't know. I'll open up and tell them all my secrets and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Like I said, I love people. So I think that's why I enjoy character development in my books so much. Whenever I bring in a new character, I get super excited, and I love making people fall in love with characters. And so that's my thing. I also like making people feel one way about a character and then trying to totally flip it on its head and making you then, fall for that character. Like I knew that after book 4, or like the end of book 4, people would hate Draven, and then I knew then that I had to try and really work at it in book 5 of Afterlife. So I like that. It's the same with Lucius. In book 2, you want to make him out to be the bad guy. You want to make people dislike him, and then in book 3, you want to make people fall in love with him. So yeah,
and you did that so well.
And boy, boy, did we ever fall in love with him. Oh,
yeah,
Lucius.
Yeah, Beck and I had many conversations about how much we fell in love with him.
That's what I'm always saying.
So good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've heard me say it a lot. That I think you've seen it on some of my TikToks that I've done. But some people read the first book, Afterlife, and they get into it immediately. Some people, not as much, right? And so what I'm always telling people is you really have to get to book 3. Like the end of book 2 to book 3 is when, like, I enjoyed book 1 a lot. I did, and I liked book 2. But it was the end of book 2 to 3 where I realized, wow, this series is something else. Like, it's really, really special. And then when I got into book 3, Lucius is my favorite MMC of all time, of all books, of all series.
Oh,
I love him. Yeah, I love him. I love him in Afterlife specifically. I love him in Afterlife. So, and I think like that's that's what I'm always telling people, like, for, we have that whole thing about like encouragement to continue a series in the group. I don't know if you've seen that, but like we don't allow enough comments, but we allow people to post to say, hey, I've heard this book is really good, but for some reason it's just not really, jiving with me. What, can you give me some encouragement to continue? And then we only allow positive comments to give that encouragement. We don't allow any negative comments because they're smart enough to read them and know if they want to go or not. And so I'm always saying, like, you're building a massive world. I mean, you have, so I want you to say that in a second, like what your plans are, if right now, like what you're currently working on and what you're going to be working on. But like, this is massive world. So really, if you're like not really getting into book 1 or 2 of Afterlife, really it's a very small investment to get to the point where you're going to be hooked to then want to read all the other books. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm always telling when anyone says something like that. Yeah. So that's my 2 cents. Anyways, take it for what it's worth.
I mean, it's good advice, because it's total world building. I mean, this did I realize that it was going to be as big? No, never. And I have my biggest thing is I have the kind of opposite to writer's block. I can't stop. With each new book and with each new series, there's new series and new books. This is no exaggeration, on my list of books to write is still at about 122.
Wow.
and each one of those have got their own folder. Each book has got its names. Each book has got, you know, maybe 50 pages of notes, or, you know, one paragraph, you know, but they're all there. They're all stories in my head. So, for example, Raf's book, you know, that scene, that like dream scene that I had of Mambo Number 5, that I had about 3 years ago, and then I finally got to write it. So there's certain scenes. It's like, for example, right, so Hellbeast, I always knew that I was going to make Jared's favorite food Greg's, because over here Greg's is, you know, it's a big food chain, and it's basically pastry. I mean, what's not to love? And
vegetable
but
pasty.
I remember,
Stephanie.
Sorry?
Vegetable pasty from Greg's. Love a vegetable pasty from Greg's. It's my favorite one. Sorry, I just had to interject there.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So yummy. All right, sorry.
Well, I said that to so Claire. We were in London, and this was, I think, about three or 4 years ago. And I said I was in Greg's. We were in the line. I went, do you know what? I'm gonna make the sausage roll from Greg's one of Jared's favorite food, like his favorite food. And Claire was like, really? Yeah, you know. And then obviously she was like, you're talking about that. You haven't finished this. You haven't finished this. I went, trust me, I'm gonna do it. This is gonna happen. And then I did, and she was like, oh my God, you did it. You remembered. Like, she'd only just remembered that point that I'd done it. So I have all of this random stuff and all of these random scenes in my head, and, you know, I've just not got the time yet, because I'm so heavily invested in other things that I'm writing. So that, yeah, that's one of the hardest things, is as a writer, is not being able to just stop everything you're doing and just write what you really want to write in that second, because people would just think, oh my God, why is she jumping to this one, and why is she jumping to that one? Like, I know scenes that are going to happen, and I probably won't be writing those books for the next 3-4 years. So it's, yeah, so like a mad woman, you know, you're writing notes constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, you are writing a lot of series at once, right? Because you still have 2 more transfusions coming out, right?
Yeah.
And then you have more Hellbeast. You have the Lost Siren series. I'm sure you have something else that I don't know about.
There's more.
Well, yeah. So, yeah. So I've got my plan of action is I've got 2 more Afterlife Academy books to write, and I've got to do that this year. That will end up then coming out for next year, because obviously the illustrations take a long time. So they're the only books that I write that don't come out instantly as soon as I finish. Because in that series, there's going to be 5 Afterlife Academy, 5 Transfusion Academy, 5 Hellbeast Academy, and then there's going to be 2 more books. So there'll be 17 in total for that series. But that'll take years. Because we only do 2 books a year usually. So there's that, and I know all the storylines for that, and I have to, because that ties in and bridges the gap in, like, kind of for the years in between series. And then I have got I'm writing obviously Hellbeast as well, and then I'm finishing off Transfusion, or will be coming out at the end of the year. And then next year, I'm going to try and close up more of my open series. So I've got Vincent's to write, and which has been going on for ages. And then I've got Imp and the Beast, 2 more books for those to finish. And then I'll be finishing Hellbeast next year as well. And then after that, I've just and I'm also in between going to carry on bringing out more Siren series, because in that series there's 22 books, and I know the storyline for each of those characters.
Insane. How you remember it all, to be honest, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not left with much else in my head to you know, spill over. But then I've got Theo's series. I got Thane's series. Looking forward to writing those at some point. I've got Sigurd's series. And that's cute. I can't wait to write that couple.
I love
because
him.
Just to give you a little taster there. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to anyway. So the girl on the plane who is destined for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she becomes almost like she's a thief, and she steals from him. And
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's how they
meet.
That's
cool.
So she's kind of got this artful dodger type thing going on with her, where she's kind of very streetwise and stuff like that. But the good thing about her is because she's got this foresight of things, a very short period of time. She can get out of a lot of situations because of it, because she kind of knows what's coming, and she can outsmart him. But it starts to wear off the more she's around somebody.
I
So
like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's their series. But that's the thing. That's the one thing I love, because I don't like writing the same characters over and over again. I don't like writing how two people meet in a very similar way. I like each book to have its own kind of feel, its own kind of, so I always wanted to make like Amelia a very kick-ass character, even though she's super geeky and, collects Lego, and she's got that vulnerability to her. I think that's, I love that utter contrast of characters. Sorry, I'm just going off on one and I need to stop. Somebody stop me.
No, it's great. I love it. I love hearing it.
I'm like,
we love it.
Keep talking.
We love it. Yes, we're listening. We're like salivating. We're listening.
We
like,
are.
Next,
We are. Yeah.
Oh my God, you're saying these things. But yeah, it's like Levich's story. So I wrote the meet Q on kind of how they got together. So I'm looking forward to. Do you guys remember Levich, the scarred bear who has his own club?
Yes.
Yeah. So
he's the one who delivered the bad news to her at the end of book 3.
Yes. So basically there'll be kind of a new series which will be the Beasts of Afterlife. So I'll be writing Ragnar's story and I'll be writing Levich's story, and so there'll be kind of like a spin-off series about their stories as well. So and I'm looking forward to writing Ragnar's story because she's really cute.
Blake asked if you think that you guys will write more joint books.
Blake asks if we'll be writing
do you
more
think
joint
we
books.
will write more joint books?
Yeah, I've already had this. I had this conversation with him the other day. Seriously,
probably why he's having me read it out, since he knows I'm reading everything everybody's writing.
Probably. It's like Steph, poke, not in that way. And there is more series that will be, more standalones that we'll be writing together as well. So, which is fun. That's the good thing about Blake is he's very creative. He's the same kind of wavelength. So it's really great because you just, bounce stories off each other and ideas, and he's really good for that. So.
And he helps with, or does the covers, right? Like, didn't he do Hellbeast, or you both did Hellbeast?
Yeah. So he did all of the Transfusion covers, and he does Hellbeast covers as well. And my sister and him kind of collaborate a little. But yeah, that's really funny because if I'm doing a cover with my sister, I'm like, super nice and like, oh yeah, I love it, but can we do this and can we do that? But if it's Blake, I literally will walk around the corner. He'll say, right, I know you're going to rip it to pieces, but we'll come and have a look at it anyway. And I'll go there and I'll go like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I want that. that. It's like, I don't know why, but with Blake, I'm like brutally honest and to the point. And then with my sister, I'm like, oh, I like that, but can we change this? Can we change that? You just like, you just change your approach. But
Fiona says she loves
really
Carolyn's artwork.
Sorry?
Fiona says she loves Carolyn's artwork.
Yeah, Caroline, she's just so talented. I mean, she's because I don't think many people know this. Me and Caroline first started working together. We have a children's book called March into a Roll Beat. And it is on Amazon somewhere there in the kind of got cobwebs on it, but yeah, it's a really cute book. And I basically came up with the story because I couldn't get Ava to sleep. She was 1 year old, and I used to, from my own head, because I didn't have any books with me at the time because I was living in Spain, and it was really hard to get English kind of children's books. So I just created this story about this little baby princess that couldn't go to sleep. And anyway, so I approached Caroline and got her to illustrate it for me. It's really beautiful illustrated book. So yeah, there's that. And after that, then we started going to schools, primary schools, not only to promote the book, but to, do workshops with little kids and stuff like that. It was loads of fun. But as soon as the kids found out that I actually wrote about demons for a living, that's all they cared about. They did not care about these little princesses or anything sweet. They just wanted to know about all the demons and everything.
Oh, so funny.
Yeah, so we kind of went away. Approved. Yeah, we went
Your
away.
Your book's not kid approved, except for the Academy. Academy is, right?
God, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went away and we kind of talked about it. And I said, look, I've been toying with this idea for a young adult series. How do you feel about that? And she said, yeah, that'd be great. And then that was it. In a car journey home, I came up with the idea and we rolled with it. So yeah. Rest is history. And we still do a lot of school kind of things now. So we do a school workshop, which is basically we like it's like a demon workshop. So I do a talk. Obviously I'm dyslexic, so I kind of do this motivational talk whilst Caroline turns me into a demon, and then we get everybody else to turn famous people, like that they literally pull out of a hat, into demons, and then they've got to build a story around the character. Wow. So yeah, we love doing that. We have broken one child though. One child did faint at one point. Caroline.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were like, really? And I wouldn't mind, but the teachers were like dragging her away by her legs, going, oh, don't worry, carry on, it's fine. And we were like, really? And they were like, yeah, it's fine, carry on. She does this all the time. It's fine. I'm like, and we're doing the rest of this court, this workshop, and they're just like, they've got one of these folders and they're just fanning her on the floor, going, and we're like, really? We're just okay. We'll just ignore the passed out child in the corner. But yeah, so it's loads of fun. We love doing that. So yeah.
Well, so I was going to ask you because I'm a big mood reader. So what that means to me is that I jump around a lot between series. I think I'm reading like 20 different series right now from different. That's me. That's who I am. Right.
Yeah.
And so I think you're a mood writer. I might be wrong, but the fact that you have so many different series going on, how do you decide? I've always just assumed you just go with your moods of what you want to write at the time. I mean, so how do you decide what you're going to write what? Like when you're going to write what?
Do you know what? That's really, I wish I was a mood writer. I'm not. Unfortunately, I kind of go with if I have my way, and sometimes I do, I kind of sneak something in there, like Pips. I really wanted to sneak in there, and I did, but I wrote the two of those back to back in 10 days. That was the only way that I was allowed to do it. I had like a 10-day slot, and it was like, right, okay, well, if you can fit this in, do it. And I was like, okay, I can do this. So yeah, because I've got so much stuff on, like I got my way again when I did the Siren series. I didn't tell anybody, and I basically, and it felt really weird not telling Claire as well. I felt like I was kind of cheating on her some weird way. But I told nobody that I was writing those books until they were pretty much done, and then nobody could do anything about it because I should have been doing something else. And I just went, I really want to release all of these 4 books all at once. Let's do this. So I did. So I wrote, that was the most I ever wrote, was those 4 books in 1 month. And I'm not allowed to do that again because everybody else was freaking out around me.
But I really like that you released at least 2 at one time for the Siren series. I think that's really smart that you did that. I know as a reader, like, we love it, right? We like to be able to read them both and not have a cliffhanger. You know, I love cliffhangers,
right?
But I want the next book as soon as I get to the cliffhanger. You know, I don't want to wait for the next book like everybody else, right? So I really I love that you did that.
I mean,
I really do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, the hardest thing though is, I mean, I could have, it was ridiculous. It's more Wrath Siren, or more, should I say, Caden Wrath and Emmy. I could have written a series just about them. It was so hard to stop. It was almost like I wish I'd had saved those characters for another series, because I just really enjoyed writing those 2 so much. And it was really, really difficult to just cut it off at 2. I'll admit that was difficult, because I just get so invested mentally in all my characters. Really hard to just stop writing about them. And it's one of the reasons why I've really not wanted to write Transfusion, the last 2 Transfusion, because writing the last books are the hardest, because you have to let go. And it's almost like, you know, you've got this looming 12 books and you've got all of these loose ends and you've got to tie everything together in a neat little bow. And you're just hoping the ribbon is strong enough to hold like this perfect bow that you want to create. So I'm slightly terrified.
I have to tell you, for Transfusion, when it ended, and Beck, she can confirm this, I cried for like 30 minutes. I cried hardcore. I'm like,
she was messaging me.
What did you do to me?
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so good. I'm like,
oh, thank you.
Best hurt ever.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I cried too. Oh, okay. So Marie, you said Transfusion was your favorite. Katie, you said your Transfusion was your favorite, right? So we all know Afterlife is mine. Although Hell Beast is creeping up there, man.
Yeah,
Hell Beast is really good.
It's like right there at second.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really and Jared is a perfect combination of Dominic, Draven, and Lucius. Like I think he's, like, to me, he seems like he's a perfect combo of those 2. So I really like him. He's great.
Really enjoy writing Jared. I mean, you know, that's the thing when you're writing so many different men, and you know they're all kind of this alpha kind of mentality, because they're all pretty much top of the game. You know, they're all, you know, kings in their own right, and you know, you've really got to think of. I always think of the backstory when I write books. So obviously Draven is the way he is because, you know, he's thousands of years being, you know, the overlord of everything, and obviously he's going to be an arrogant kind of, you know, person, and he's also going to be someone who struggles massively with his humanity and all these new emotions. And the total difference between him and Jared is almost clinging on to his humanity, you know, and he's got that, you know, he's still clinging on to kind of being human. And I always knew that I was going to write that scene of them going out and him taking her around London and, you know, showing more and more of that human side to him than what he is known for. And it was just nice to be able to write a character like that in such a supernatural world, but somebody who still, you know, kind of knows more pop culture than everybody else does, and you know, he's a little bit more in tune with the world, and you know, he's still an a-hole, but he's not he's not as arrogant, I don't think, as the rest of them. But yeah, so I'm enjoying it, and I'm enjoying their story as well. So.
What I think you're like amazing at is drama. Like I think you're amazing at these dramatic scenes of these protective alpha holes, not a-holes, alpha holes, right? You're just so good at it, man. You're just so good. Like, like the bunny costume, right? The bunny costume in Hell Beast, and she's having to go on stage and the bunny, I mean, it's fantastic. It's so, and you're just like, you just can't wait to see you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Thank
and
you.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to find out what her illness is. And I can't wait to find out how he reacts to it when he finds out whatever it is. Like those two things. Yeah. Like I just cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Oh, no pressure. No, it's all right. I've already written that bit. So it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's just like I can't wait for him to be like, devastated and like to have all that drama and how he wants to protect her and and like and when I don't want to give spoilers, but there were so many good like dramatic moments in Hell Beast that I really, really love. Really
Thank
love.
You. Yeah,
how many books? Is it still 6? Is it still 6? Why don't we go to 12? Why don't we make it like
why
an
don't we just
afterlife?
make it a nice 12? Do you know what? At this rate, I always thought like, I mean, come on, I said, how many did I say the transfusion would be? Did I say it was like 4 to begin with? And then I went to 6 and then I went to 9 and it wasn't going to be more than 9. And now it's going to be 14. I mean, literally it's just, I don't know. I try in my head and go, yeah, let's make it 6. 6 would be nice. 6 is a nice number. Let's stick with 6. It'll probably be 12, knowing me. I mean, it's the more you do it, the more you get into their stories, the more it kind of leads off to other places. But I mean, I was like that with Afterlife. So originally, the story of book 2 of Afterlife was actually supposed to end when book 3 ends, and we all know how big those books are. So book 2 and book 3 was supposed to be one book.
Wow.
And then book 4, 5 and 6 were supposed to be one book. It's just
something else from Blake.
Oh no.
No, it's not a joke one. So we're good. That's why I'm letting this one through. I'm already censoring now. He knows.
Like that.
Maybe as you have a few big Afterlife fans here, you should sound. I lost it. You should sound out your new Afterlife book idea off the back of signing London Film and Comic-Con.
I knew he was going to say that. Damn it. All right. Yeah. So
if he got me in trouble, he already knows when he gets to Orlando.
So there's a couple of new things. So Comic-Con. So I obviously did London Film and Comic-Con, which was awesome. And I've got to say, the highlight was that Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future stopped at my table and looked at my books.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, bless him, he's getting on. He could have just been looking for the exit, but I don't care. I'm claiming it as he was looking at my books.
He didn't ask you where the exit was, so he came to look at your books.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm going with that. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, I was put in touch with, so I've kind of been toying with the idea for this for a while. And I was put in touch with this awesome artist. And because Caroline is obviously so busy with kind of Afterlife stuff, Afterlife Academy stuff, and she this isn't a genre that she's kind of comfortable with doing. I was put in touch with a amazing comic book artist. So we are currently in the process of getting Afterlife made into a comic.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh. So, but the comic will coincide and be more like the film screenplay that I've written.
Oh, very cool.
So it's gonna, even though it follows the book, you'll get a lot more in it from other aspects. So basically, it's almost like, Draven's Afterlife, which is from his point of view. Mm-hmm. It's almost like that Afterlife and the baddies' point of view. So you get kind of all three. So I'm looking forward to working on that as well.
I was about to ask this question, but Blake answered it for me. It's a graphic novel, not a comic.
No, it's not a graphic novel. It's more like well, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, it's a series. So Afterlife will probably end up being about 8 or 10 graphic
novel comics.
Yes. There might be a slash in there at some point.
There we go.
Comic slash. Yeah. So, and the other thing is on the website, and I'm super excited about this because I met the guy who makes them, and they're just awesome. We are getting our own line of Afterlife and Transfusion and Pip and the World shoes. Yeah, to sell on the website, and they're amazing.
You just said Pip and shoes, and I'm like, I am there.
They're amazing. This guy does.
Oh wow!
They're like, the quality of them is like Converse quality, and yeah, like they are just epic. So he does great stuff. So we're getting, like, I met him, and we're getting that out there as well. So yeah, so yeah, a lot of good things came from Comic-Con.
Golly, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry. I just feel like I've just talked non-stop. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be sorry. We love it. We love here. We're just so happy that you're here. You know, it's just so exciting. It feels like I'm gonna get emotional. It's you know,
it'll make me cry.
It's cool.
You're the cutest.
It's cool. Like I just, you know, it's blown my mind. You know, I never ever thought the group would get what it is. I never thought I would get to know authors. I never thought that this whole thing would happen. You know, and to be on a chat right now with the author of my favorite series.
Oh,
so
bless you. You made me cry.
No.
Sorry,
no. Honestly,
yeah,
you're cute. I do ugly crying. Nobody wants to see this cry. Honestly, it's not like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just feel very special. You know, like, sorry, I feel very humble, lucky. You know, so it's just cool. You know, it's amazing. Never in a million years. You know, it's crazy.
Oh well, I'm honored. I'm honored you feel like that, and I'm honored that I, you know, could have helped in any way, and I can't wait to meet you and give you a big hug. And I'm a hugger. I apologize. I literally bought a jumper the other day that says, you know, beware, I am a hugger, and it's got an octopus on it, a very cute octopus, but still. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, come here. You know, obviously during COVID, Blake keeps on saying to me, you know, you should really ask people first before you just start, you know, launching yourself at them. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot. But yeah. But, bless you.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just it's unbelievable. You know, it's just crazy. And we're getting like 300 people a day right now. No, 300 people every 3 days right now, right, Katie? Katie's the one. She's the approver. She approves. You approve in the evening, and Dawn approves in the morning, right? Yeah. And Katie does so much work in the group. Oh my gosh.
Approvals as well, so they just come in all the time. So it's very hard to keep up with. But you're sort of looking at about 100, 150 a day. So
wow, that's amazing. Yeah. That's brilliant.
It's crazy.
Oh my God, does this mean I get to do it when we hit like 30K?
Yes, let's do it again. We'll play it right now. 30K. Yes.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Although at this rate, it's going to end up being like, you know, by this time next year, it'll be every week. This will be a weekly thing. Yeah. People will be well sick of me by then.
Sarah says
no. Oh my gosh. Anyways,
Stephanie says we all know Stephanie Hudson. The world she has created continues to write and share with us is amazing.
Oh, that's really sweet. Oh,
it is incredible. Yeah, for real. And so I'm so glad you decided to write your first book, and you didn't let your dyslexia keep you from doing it. That's quite an achievement.
Thank you.
So,
well, to be honest, I randomly I wrote it for myself. I just never. I never thought that it would ever, I never thought that I would be lucky enough to even just have a career and just being able to, afford not to be a waitress anymore. So anything after that point, I just count as a blessing, really. So it just doesn't, but it's very surreal. I never get used to it. I never get used to it. And I don't think you ever should when you really appreciate something. You should, I never take it for granted, at all. So, but yeah, it's just great. And it's great to be able to see groups like yours, just, because obviously, it means so much to an author. It really does, to have somebody then shouting about their books, and it's just fabulous. So what you guys are doing is great.
Oh, yeah. I just think my personal opinion is, I think it's so hard on authors. It's very few authors that can, make it like the J.K. Rowlings out in the world, the Nora Roberts, and very few. And there's just so many amazing, talented authors. And there's just, and there, all these different groups have all these promotional rules, right? Like, even our group does, right? Because we want it to feel like a readers group. So I think it's so important for just the regular reader who has no affiliation with an author. If you love a series, post about it, talk about it, do a review on it, do a book talk on it, do something, get the word out there, because, groups like ours, we keep it, we do the no promotions because we don't want it to feel like a Facebook ad. We don't want it to you come in the group and it's just like Facebook ad, because it takes away the personal feel of the group. So we just can't allow that. Right. So, so that's why it's so important for like the regular person to like, and anyone who's watching right now, like go post in the group about your favorite series, put it on the top, I'm not affiliated with the author, and just go gaga, and people will pick up that book. It's amazing the power of a review. So that's,
definitely.
That's my emoji reviews. That's where that came from. So
no, I love it. I mean, and it's that honesty as well. I totally agree. Just being able to speak your mind and say. I mean, I used to take things to heart, and you have to develop a thick skin. Because not everybody is gonna like Afterlife, and I have to. That's not a personal slight on me. That is just. I know Afterlife is a very big, heavy book. It's like it's world building. It's setting foundations. It's and some people just like quick reads as well. Some people just like to immerse themselves immediately in the story and be in the thick of it straight away, where I'm all about kind of the slow burn. I love that. I love the build up, and that's just me personally. It's what I like to read, and it's what I like to write. And I've always liked those long series of kind of cat and mouse, and the chase. I love the chase. It's one of the things that I'm enjoying about Jared's story right now. And it's just and it always makes me giggle when you've got people, and I don't get offended. But when you get people like, oh, she's so stupid, why didn't she just be honest with him? And he's so stupid, why wasn't he just honest with her? And all of these things. And oh my God, she's getting kidnapped again, and all of this. And I'm thinking to myself,
I love it though.
It would be like,
I love the kidnapping. I love the kidnapping.
Yeah, it would be such a small series. They would literally, it would be chapters long if each character did the shit that you wanted them to do. They have to be. They have to mess up. They have to have those stupid moments. And, it's almost like watching a horror movie where the girl always runs up the stairs. It's like, why are you doing that? There's the back door. No, it's right there ready for you. Why the fuck are you going upstairs? So, but that to me is perfect, because if you can entice that type of emotion from somebody, and that to me is gold. You want somebody. I know there's people out there cursing my name when they get to the end of book 3. I know there's people that want to murder me after some books. It's okay. I've watched that Stephen King movie. we've all watched it. But it's great.
You need that like the end of book 3, right? That was pretty heartbreaking, but you need it to set up book 4. And then book 4 has an amazing adventure. I love, parts of book 4. When I reread some of it, I'm so surprised about how much, I forget how much I really enjoy it. Like going through all the different, I can't say it, I want to do spoilers, but there's all these different places that she goes, and there's all these different main characters that we meet. You meet Jared in book 4, you meet Sigurd, or how do you pronounce it? Sigurd. I can't remember it.
Yeah, it's really
Sigurd.
Sigurd.
The auction happens in book 4. That was one of the best scenes.
Thank you.
It was so good.
Yeah. I think the thing is, when you read back the series, I mean, this is what I always hoped would happen. When I eventually get to the end and finish writing everything that I intend to, God knows when it's going to happen. But I always think, I want people to read that main series and realize just how many side stuff that I had to set up and know the story for it to be able to work. And book 4 is like that. I had to set up for Jared, so I had to know all of his. I had to set up for Sigurd's. I had to set up for things in Transfusion, that I already knew that was going to be in it. And that's it. You have to set up for so many things and you just keep on constantly telling people, just trust me, it'll come. And it was the same when I wrote Afterlife. I always intended to write Afterlife and then write Draven's point of view. And Draven's point of view was supposed to come straight after it. But then I realized that if I did that, I couldn't do that without giving away more of his world than I really needed to do, because I like those surprises. I like surprising people with the, this, that, and the other. So when you read Draven's point of view, all of those times that he did things that were quite questionable, it kind of gives the reasoning behind it, and that's what I really liked about writing Draven's point of view finally.
Lydia says you are the queen of emotions.
Thank you. That's
and
sweet.
John says you have so many followers that there tells me why you're a star and amazing with your stories that has us spellbound time and time again.
Oh, that's really sweet. Oh, bless them. Oh, you guys are too sweet. No.
I liked the Draven's point of view. So there was a lot of aha moments for me when I read that. It was like, that was what was there. Like questions that you had from book 1 were answered when you read that. Like the girl in the jacket. Who's the girl in the jacket? When she's in the hospital room, right? And I don't remember which POV it was, but she's in the hospital room and when she's younger and stuff, there's things, and it's just like, like all of that connects. It was really cool. And I think for people, because I think there are diehard Draven fans and there's diehard Lucius fans, and there's also diehard people who don't like Draven and they love Lucius. And I think like when you read the POVs, you can relate to Draven a lot more if you weren't a fan of his. In the first couple books,
that's what Claire said, actually. Claire liked Draven, but she was always a Lucius fan from the get-go, even in book 2. And I think because of that, she never really connected too much with Draven. But then when she read his point of view, she was surprised at how much more she fell for him after that point. And I think that's the thing, he is that. I mean, to me, he's always going to be my number 1, because he's the first one I fell in love with. And, for me, he'll always have that place. But I think because obviously I knew the reasoning behind a lot of the things he did before when I was even writing book 1. I think that's why, obviously. And I kind of wanted everybody else to feel that. But I wasn't in a position to be able to write that book at that time. So... it's frustrating sometimes because, it's one of the reasons why I never should have written Transfusion when I did. It was only because the fans were asking, when are you going to write Lucius's story? When are you going to write Lucius's story? And that was the only reason that I wrote that. I was supposed to write that in the time frame. So I was supposed to write everything in order of time frame, which means that Transfusion and Jared's would have been last. And that would have been, 10 years after, and I don't think people were willing to wait that long. So
that makes
one of the
sense.
things I dictated a lot what I write to what the fans want.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I enjoy it, so it's okay. But yeah, that's pretty much why I write what I do, and then I slip certain ones in that I really want. Yeah. Amazing.
Well, you're an amazing lady. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing author. Your books are amazing. I'm a diehard fan. We're all a diehard fan. It's just, I was going to say too before, because I know we've been on for a while, but it's been fun. I was going to say, guys, if you're watching and you're on TikTok, go follow her. Go follow Stephanie on TikTok.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love
when you give you some TikTok loving.
Your TikTok videos are so sweet. They're so sweet.
I have fun.
Oh,
It's just, for me, it's just like my whole goal, right, is like with the group, the whole goal with the group is a positive place where we can get like really good recommendations and we can support authors. And like for me, Book Talk is just kind of an extension of that. It's just another avenue that I can help authors. And that's why I do it. I'm not saying not to be an influencer, just trying to get the word out about great books. Same thing as the group. So anyways, but that's cool. I'm glad that it's exciting when you comment on mine. I'm like, oh, she saw my video.
Oh.
So anyways, all right. Cool. Well, ma'am, it is getting late, you guys. I'm over for you. What time is it in the UK?
10:30.
It's
10:30.
Yep.
Yeah. I've got a girls' night planned at a wine bar tonight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm excited.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not often I get to do a girls' night. So is there did we see any other comments that we wanted to talk about? Marie, I know you've been looking at all of them as we've been going.
No. Okay. So it's from Sarah. Stephanie, we love the roller coasters you create in your books, the drama, the adventure, the slow burn, the humor. You give so much in your books. And the best, you let us all fall in love with such wonderful characters, especially the guys. Lucius, Draven, Jared, and I love the McBain brothers too. Then Lydia.
Oh, McBain. Yes, the McBain brothers. Sorry. So good.
Yes.
So good.
Lydia, yes, it was when Draven's point of view came out that she began to love him. Kelsey, love Draven. Does anyone else envision him as an older character? I know he's old in age, but I mean the books. Fiona thanks you for transfusion. Dawn says she loves you.
Oh, bless her.
And she's excited for your birthday next year.
Oh, bless her. I love Dawn. She's great. She's fabulous. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. No, people are just awesome. They're too kind.
That's because you're so great.
No,
it takes two. You're so easy to talk to. So this was awesome.
Oh, I'm really pleased. Well, I had loads of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, everybody knows I talk for Britain. I have loads of fun. Blake's in there going, oh, thank God. Maybe she'll be tired tonight and, I'll get some peace. It literally, the thing is though, I have to say, I'm not blaming myself for this. I don't know whether, I think he blames me slightly, but anyway, when me and Blake first met, it only took us being together for 3 months and he lost his hearing in one side. So he's half deaf. And I don't know whether he does it on purpose because he'll literally say to me, right now, Steph, I'm going to lie on my good ear. I won't hear you. It's like my warning at night. I get this little warning every night. I'm like, oh, okay. Because otherwise I'll just, chat and go on and on and on. Bless him. But he's used to it. So yeah. But yeah. So but thank you for having me.
Well,
anyway.
Girl, I think you need some aloe.
Oh my God, I know.
I think you need
I literally
get you some aloe, girl.
I know. I've been getting redder by the night. Look, it's really bad. Like, I had to wear what I'm wearing now for this live.
Someone actually commented that you're getting redder throughout the video.
I am. I like literally before I came on here, I was throwing powder over myself. I was like, oh my God, how can I look more pale? Like, I'm like, normally I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh my God, I need some color. I'm ridiculously pale. And then I did the schoolboy error of thinking, oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, Marie and I are in Florida, and I'm sure she probably has the same experience as me as growing up, going to the beach, and you know, being around a lot of people outside. And I tell you what, there's so many times where I was on the beach as a kid growing up, and there would be tourists behind me, and they would be complaining that they weren't getting any sun. And I would turn around, I would look at them, and they were just slightly pink, just a little bit pink. And I was like, oh, good Lord, they're going to be like a lobster, because it does progress throughout the day. And people wouldn't know that. They're like, they don't put sunblock on because they're like, oh, I'm not getting, it doesn't happen instantaneously, guys. So like, as soon as the rule of thumb is, as soon as you get pink in the sunlight, you got to get sunblock on. Well, you should have it on anyways, but you know, get out of the sun. So you take care of that. Looks like that might hurt.
Yeah. When it
sorry,
comes,
my dog
when it
getting
comes to
restless.
kids, when it comes to the kids, I'm like, yeah, lather them up, and then I always forget myself. And it's ridiculous, and I have no excuse because I live in Spain, so I should know better. But yeah, I'm definitely going a very, very unattractive lobster red. So
no, unattractive.
I'm gonna go bathe in some aloe vera, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good. But yeah. Oh, have I frozen?
Sorry,
no.
I've got barking dogs at me. I don't mean to keep going on mute. Like they start to get restless. They're spoiled. You know, I work from home, so they get attention all the time. So they're like, Mom's been not looking at me for an hour and a half. What is going on? You know, they don't get it. So, but hey, Steph, you're amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you so much for doing it last minute. Like, you know, it's so amazing that you were able to do that, even though you're on vacation. So yeah. I just really
you're really welcome, and thank you so much for having me, and thank you guys for being awesome and being so lovely, and yeah, this has been fun, and yeah, can't wait to do it again. So here's the 30K. Definitely.
Here's the back getting bigger.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. Okie dokie. Oh,
she's got us muted and doesn't know. Sorry, I've been talking the whole time. This is Snow. This is my Barker. So she just needed to come on camera, is what she needed. Anyways, yeah, no, thanks again so much for doing this, and definitely 30K sounds amazing. And actually, we're going to do a StreamYard with you soon, right? To talk about your books, like, officially. I think we are. We're doing it with Claire and Libby and you and me, I think, right? Yeah, for sure. All right. I'm excited. Awesome. So I'll announce that in the group, and everyone will know. And guys, go join her Facebook group and go follow her on TikTok. So,
bless you.
All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
All right. Yes, thanks. All right. Good night. Good night.
Bye. Good night. Bye.